The camera fades up on Buckingham Palace glowing against a twilight sky, and you can almost feel the hush settling over London. Tonight we're zeroing in on the woman many call the monarchy's secret superpower, Catherine, Princess of Wales. She moves through royal life as though it were choreographed expressly for her, yet once upon a time even Catherine misstepped, and those tiny slips reveal more about palace life than any official documentary ever could. Because behind every flawless appearance lies a quiet learning curve and sometimes, a gentle royal tease. When Catherine first met William at St. Andrews, she stepped into a universe governed by thousand-year-old custom. Charity galas, hunt meets, garden party quicksteps, every scene demanded its own silent code. Most of us would need a pocket handbook. Catherine? She relied on observation, a steady smile, and, occasionally, a nudge from relatives who'd spent their lives perfecting the stillness of statues. One of those relatives was King Charles, then Prince of Wales. The other was Camilla, who had only recently weathered her own initiation into the firm. Together, they spotted a tiny detail that set Catherine apart from the seasoned royals: she crossed her legs at the ankle. To you and me, that posture feels natural, graceful, even. In court circles, it reads as informal, a shade shy of sloppy. Remember, photographs ricochet worldwide in seconds. One casual angle captured in the wrong light can be printed on mugs before breakfast. Charles and Camilla never scolded, at least not in the palace rumor sense of raised voices. Instead, they reportedly offered a quip here, a raised brow there, the sort of good-natured ribbing families used to nudge a newcomer onto the right track. But what came next surprised everyone watching from the sidelines. Catherine didn't bristle or retreat. She studied the problem like a science experiment and unveiled the solution on her very next outing, the duchess slant. Knees together, ankles aligned, both legs angled a few degrees to one side. The pose lengthens the silhouette, keeps cameras happy, and crucially, prevents any awkward glimpse up a skirt when pap lenses dip too low. It's become so synonymous with her that etiquette coaches now teach it as the Princess of Wales stance. One tiny correction, and Catherine transformed a private lesson into public signature. And that's when things started to change again. As her posture settled into muscle memory, another challenge surfaced, this time about words, not angles. Catherine, friends say, has always loved conversation. Walkabouts set her talking on autopilot, family recipes with grandmothers, shared dog stories with schoolchildren, a quick house revision going, to every teen in sight. At first, nobody minded. Here was a royal who could connect, naturally. But in the dance of public engagements, timing is everything. When Catherine lingered too long, the schedule slipped, especially on those ferociously tight tours where an entire motorcade idles while one duchess sympathizes with every window-ledge gardener. Cue the late Queen's 90th birthday interview, when Catherine cheerfully admitted, "Everyone teases me, I chat far too long." She told the story of her first solo day with Her Majesty, a Leicester visit without William by her side. Imagine the nerves: new duchess, new city, no safety net. Catherine threw herself into each handshake. The Queen, master of brisk efficiency, glided ahead like a royal icebreaker. Afterward, family jokes blossomed. Kate will talk the hind leg off a corgi. The punchlines hid genuine guidance: pace yourself, or the clock will punish you later. Fast forward to 2023. The Prince and Princess of Wales land in Jordan for the wedding of Crown Prince Hussein and Princess Rajwa. William greets dignitaries with military precision. Catherine drifts, magnet-like, toward guests keen to share baby photos and honeymoon tips. Cameras catch William tapping an invisible watch, eyebrows raised in affectionate exasperation. The clip goes viral. Husband tries to hurry wife, royal edition. Less than a year later, Christmas morning 2024 repeats the routine outside St. Mary Magdalene Church. William, Charlotte, George, and Louis are lined up for their carriage. Catherine is still squeezing the last well-wisher's mittened hand. A protection officer receives William's discreet nod, time to shepherd her royal high talkativeness along. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Those delays weren't vanity, they were choice. Staff later revealed that Catherine refuses to leave until every child along the rope line feels seen. A split-second connection can spark lifelong memory. She'd rather keep William waiting than let a shy girl with a homemade banner go unnoticed. Royal duty, in her mind, begins at eye level. And so the schedule bends. The family learns to factor in a Catherine cushion 5 extra minutes whenever she meets the public. What started as teasing evolves into institutional adjustment, proof that sometimes the protocol adapts to the person, not the other way round. Now rewind to 2011, Westminster Abbey, wedding bells reverberating through Gothic stone. The world stares as Catherine, newly titled Duchess of Cambridge, walks back down that aisle. At the same moment, Queen Elizabeth turns to Prince Philip and breathes 3 words later revealed by a family friend: "It was excellent." High praise from a monarch known for understatement. Yet standing outside the Abbey minutes later, Her Majesty reportedly confides a minor gripe: the newlyweds had chosen an ornate landau instead of the smaller open carriage she preferred. "I wanted them to take the little one," she sighed. Camilla gently replied, "It all went very well." Even on a day judged flawless by billions, the Queen couldn't resist a note on ceremony logistics. Royal DNA runs on detail. That anecdote mattered less for the carriage debate than for what followed, the Queen practically skipping back at Buckingham Palace, relieved that the future king had found a partner who could shoulder tradition without cracking. Catherine's willingness to tweak posture, master timing, and still radiate warmth confirmed the promise that kept Elizabeth smiling into the next decade. Which brings us to the deeper question: how does a commoner evolve into a figure who seems born to palace marble? Adaptability. Every critique, even playful, arrives wrapped in expectation. Accept, improve, absorb. Where some might bristle, Catherine refines. She studies veterans: Charles, who commands rooms by standing still; the late Queen, who could empty a platform in 5 perfectly chosen sentences. Catherine distills their mastery into her own understated formula: steady posture, ready eye contact, a laugh that lands just before the cameras click. But what came next surprised everyone once more. In the years since the Queen's passing, insider chatter reveals Catherine has become the go-to mentor for younger Windsors. Need advice on how to greet a dementia patient without causing anxiety? Ask Catherine. Unsure where to stand during trooping so you don't block the Duke of Gloucester? Catherine draws a quick diagram. Her original foibles now fuel her credibility. Because she stumbled, her guidance feels relatable rather than preachy. Staff call her the quiet compass. She doesn't issue orders, she offers examples. And yet, beneath the polish lies the human balance we rarely discuss. At home she's wrangling 3 children, 2 dogs, and a husband whose diary includes everything from military briefings to climate summits. The Duchess slant may impress photographers, but try holding it while Louis tugs at your coat, or while a blast of British wind threatens hatpins. Catherine's secret. She resets. A quick shoulder roll in the limousine, a centering breath before the door swings open, and the pose clicks into place. Those moments, unseen, are the scaffold of grace. So what can we learn from all this? First, that royal protocol isn't rigid marble, it's clay, reshaped by each new arrival. Second, that gentle teasing, when delivered with kindness, can elevate rather than humiliate. And third, that Catherine's journey is a masterclass in meeting scrutiny with self-improvement instead of self-doubt. She doesn't aim for flawlessness, she aims for growth, and somehow that feels more regal than perfection. But the real intrigue lingers just ahead. As King Charles delegates heavier duties to William and Catherine, the princess will spend even more time under the world's widest lens. Will she keep that chat limit in check, or will the Catherine cushion grow into the Catherine quarterhour? Will her children copy her posture at future Commonwealth tours, knees aligned like miniature monarchs in training? And if another rookie royal joins the family, Prince George's partner, perhaps will Catherine pass along those same playful corrections once whispered by Charles and Camilla? Only time will script those answers. For now, every public frame of the Princess of Wales tells a story of lessons learned, habits refined, and kindness burning steady beneath the protocol. Next time you see her seated at trooping, note the legs angled just so, a silent homage to one early family tease that shaped a queen-in-waiting. If that journey from ankle cross to Duchess slant fascinates you as much as it does us, tap that like button. It sends our coverage to fellow royal enthusiasts. Subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss the moment Catherine passes the torch, or perhaps the posture cue, to the next generation. Because in the grand theatre of monarchy, The smallest adjustment can echo for decades, and every grin, nod, and ankle angle carries the weight of history. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next chapter of Royal Evolution.